Today's toy spot is on the Iron Man 2 comic series figures. Today we're having a look at War Machine featuring an interchangeable head. It's not the first War Machine we've received in this line. However, I am sold on the fact that he does come with an alternate head. I think that's pretty cool. Package-wise, it's the exact same. We've got the Iron Man, was that the Mark 6 armor going on the top there. For ages 4 and up, comes to us from Hasbro. On the back of the package, other figures you can get from the comic series. There's Ultimate Iron Man, there's Ivan Whiplash Vanko, and then there's the Mandarin. As for the read-up, it says, there was a time when James Rhodes was just a guy in a suit, battling bad guys and having a blast, just like his friend Tony Stark. But that time has long passed. Now, Rhodey is nothing but War Machine. Most of his original body has been replaced with machines, and every ounce of metal in him is focused on one task, battling evil. Which I guess could also be the read-up for Alex Murphy, aka RoboCop. Leave it to Spot to always throw a RoboCop reference in there somehow. That is packaging though. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. We're going to get this opened up, and then we are going to have a better look at we are going to be having a better look at War Machine. Stay tuned guys, there's definitely more on the way. And before we have a look at the comic series War Machine, as always they do come with, all the figures do come with these cards. There's the bottom card featuring the upper torso. Then we got the lower leg area, as well as the upper arms and head. Now if you wanted to, the whole reasoning for these, again, you could mix and match anything you really want. You could put a different head on there, you could put a different lower leg. I don't really think any child has held on to these. I certainly know many collectors have not. I don't even know where half these cards have gone to. We'll just put them in the display stand for the time being, just to kind of keep them organized. Keep them out of the way as well. We don't need them getting in the way of anything. Just like so. Just like that. There we go. Let's have a look at War Machine. Let's not zoom in so quickly there, Spot. On the side, he's kind of got this Terminator thing going on there. On the side you can see that he's partly metal, partly real. Silverhawks. He also kind of looks like Lord Zed from Captain Power. How's that for a reference? It's not bad. It's not bad. I kind of like the fact that they've given us like an alternate version, like a different head. I don't know how many people would necessarily display this figure with this head. There might be some. I don't know. There might be some. I'm more inclined to probably display him with the regular War Machine head. So we can actually just pop this head off. Pop this head off. By the way, as I'm trying to there we go. As I'm trying to get the head off, this was a fairly hard figure to find. I just happened to luck out that I found this on Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I ended up getting the majority of these figures. I just outright bought the wave, and War Machine was part of it. As you can see, even though I've changed out the head, you can see that there are some damaged points to the actual armor faceplate. You can see there's a big crack running down the side there. Really nice detail. I think all things considered, that's really, really nice. There are also 2 points on his upper torso here where you can take the pieces here. In this case, we have ourselves. Let me move the camera back here. What's Spot doing? Move the camera back. You can take the. For one thing, we've got the what do you want to call it? The minigun. Let's take this one here. We'll just snap this into place. I'm surprised they actually pegged in that way. There's actually not a peg hole. As you can see, there's grooves, and you actually have to slide the groove onto it. This one's a little harder to get, mind you. Let's see if I can get it on here. Is there an easier way? Maybe I'm not doing it the right way. Oh, there's the clip right there. Spot was trying to put it on via the actual ammo clip. Spot wasn't using his brain. Sometimes using your brain is a good idea. I think using your brain all the time is a good idea. Spot wasn't certainly doing that. There we go. Why make things complicated, right? Let's get that clip on there. Is it actually going to clip? Yes. There we go. And you have yourself a pretty heavily armored War Machine. He's really decked up, ready for battle. I guess really the way if it's on these grooves, you could probably slide. I think that's the whole idea really. You could slide these up and down. They don't really slide very well though. As you can see, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But if you kind of wanted to have one angled back, you could do that. They are also independently rotating as well. You can rotate, in this case, the was that more so the rocket launcher. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I also like the fact that I like the coloring too. It's not just basically your dark gray and light gray contrast. In this case, we kind of got more of a bluish gray faceplate, the arms, and then the legs. Also, something to note as well is the actual feet. They're not your standard, boot shape. They almost got more of like a. I don't want to use an insect as a description, but it's kind of got more of like an insect foot, kind of with that spread out front. The one thing that throws me off though about this entire figure is this point right here. Is this weird articulation that they gave him. He still has the standard swivel in the leg. The legs do move in and out. But it's just weird to see these pegs here. It's not something you would normally have found in these Iron Man figures or Marvel Universe figures or really anything like that. It's just a very jarring sight to see them. By the way, his articulation, he has that ball-jointed head, being that it was on a ball joint. His shoulders are on a pin and socket, so they move in and out, back and forth. There is just a rotation in the elbow. There's a bend in the elbow, a rotation in the hand. There is a upper torso that looks like a ball joint. No waist swivel or anything like that. And then going back to these legs again, they swivel in and out, back and forth. You do kind of have to rotate the legs though to get the legs to move forward. And I think that's probably the weirdest aspect of it. So you have to kind of rotate the leg and then rotate the thigh. It's just kind of more hassle than what it's worth. You can rotate the thigh though, bend at the knee at what looks to be 2 points in the knee. And then there's that hinged foot. That's about the only thing I really don't like about this figure is those legs. You have to do some real adjustments to make the legs look appropriate, but even still, this weird, the fact that you can see the pegs is weird that they didn't just color those in. I really like the movie series War Machine that was from this line. But comic series though is pretty decent though. All this extra armor, the extra paint scheme, and this alternate head I think really add up to make a really nice War Machine. He's a little harder to find versus some of the other figures that are probably still hitting the pegs now. But if you can find him, and you can overlook this part right here, I think he's still a pretty decent War Machine. I was going to say Iron Man. He's still a pretty decent War Machine that could fit in really well with some of your Marvel Universe style figures. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Iron Man 2 comic series War Machine. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.